Once there was a man named Siddhartha Gautama, who was the son of a wealthy Kshatriya family and had all the pleasures in the world, including wealth and luxury. Then, while traveling by chariot, he noticed a sick man, then a dying one,
No.
and finally a dead man.
No.
After he had asked his chariot driver what this was, he finally had an understanding that life has suffering and that all humans grow old and weak. In an attempt to learn more about this phenomenon, he denounced his material pleasures and sought to find enlightenment as an ascetic. After sitting under a bo tree in Bodh Gaya, a place southwest of the capital of Pataliputra, and meditating for 49 days while demons tried to tempt him with pleasure, he finally achieved enlightenment and became the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. He reached an understanding then that all life has suffering, and this suffering is caused by desire. The way to rid of suffering is to rid of desire. The cessation of suffering is nirvana. The main goal is to end suffering, which is achieved by chasing things that don't give us lasting happiness. He established the best way of life is a middle way, one that is neither ascetic nor overly pleasureful, but in the middle. He believed that one should live in moderation. He created a noble eightfold path that allows anyone to rid themselves of desire. In this path were these goals for somebody to achieve: right belief, right resolve, right speech, right behavior, right occupation, right effort, right contemplation, and right meditation. These represented three important qualities of wisdom, or panna, morality, or sila, and meditation, also known as samadhi. This ties in with the Buddhist belief of rebirth, a small part of the eternal cycle of samsara. After death, one is reborn as a different person, or in a different form. There are two ways someone can be reincarnated. One is involuntary reincarnation, where they are born back with destructive emotions and desires. Another is voluntary. It is where you can choose your place and time of birth, as well as your parents.
Yay.
The only way for a person to break this cycle is to achieve liberation, through insight or the extinguishing of desire. Buddhism is not so much about a particular god, but rather about leading a fulfilling life and achieving nirvana, or a complete state of perfect spiritual independence. This is the equivalent of the concept of heaven. He then sought to spread this word starting in 528 BCE, and due to there being no caste system, appealed to many and became a world-known religion. It developed more followers than its counterpart Jainism, as it asked for much less of the followers. Later in its existence, Buddhism evolved into Mahayana Buddhism, a form of this religion that allowed for more people to be carried to salvation, including those who were wealthy, thus allowing them to achieve nirvana without having to give up their immense wealth. The rise of the great king Ashoka is the main driving factor of the spread of Buddhism. Being a strong supporter of it, he sent Buddhist missionaries to places as far as Syria. This led to the development of Buddhism and its many forms in countries such as Sri Lanka and China. Much of the ideas of Buddhism has come from Hindu concepts, such as the cycle of samsara, the presence of karma, a person having to do their dharma or duty, moksha, and the belief in an immaterial world. But the development of Buddhism also brought about change in the Hindu doctrine into the form that is present today.